Hello, teachers. We are here with a set of project based learning activities which is going to spark curiosity, creativity, and critical thinking skills through these activities. Therefore, in short, it is gonna be termed as real world learning through real world skills. Today, we begin a project based learning activity. Our focus is on something fun and musical rhyming words. Let's dive into a world where words play and dance together. Are you ready, teachers? Let's begin.
The concept rhyming words can be mapped to the chapter or the poem The Raven and the Fox from our MTEP Grade 6 textbook Purvi. The reason we map this concept rhyming words to this particular poem is because we find rhyming words in this poem. So let me read to you a few lines. Mr. Raven was perched upon a limb, and Reynard the fox looked up at him. For the raven held in his great big beak a morsel the fox would go far to seek. So if you see in these four lines, we see limb and him as the rhyming words. Beak and seek are also rhyming words. Hence, we map rhyming words to this particular poem.
Every PBL has a set of components. So this particular PBL too has a set of components. For instance, we have concepts covered. That's the rhyming words. The learning objectives, where our learners will be able to recite and comprehend the poem, identify and classify the rhyming words, create a story using rhyming words, and the learning outcomes are the learner will be able to recite and share English poems, songs, games, riddles, stories, etc. They will recite and share with peers and family members. They will attempt to write creatively, connect ideas, infer through reading and interaction with personal experiences. Once we look at the PBL components, we move on to the think question. Let me start with this question. Do you think your name has a rhyming word? Pause and think. Let our learners think for a moment. They may come up with the possible answers. Maybe I need to think more. I used the ending sound to make a rhyme, not the whole word. Or what about imaginary names? Then maybe yes. So these are a few possible questions that might pop up in the minds of our young learners. But rhyming words are words that end with the same sound. They make poems and songs catchy and fun, and they will understand this, or they will be able to connect this to the think question at the end of this PBL. Let's move on. What are rhyming words? And here we meet Shamu, who's going to help us learn about rhyming words. So Shamu says, what are rhyming words? Words that rhyme have a same sound. For example, cheese and peas are words that both have the same sound. Learners can also write rhyming poems by using pairs of or groups of words that use the same sound. So for that, our first activity is reading a poem. Let us explore a classic poem, The Swing by Robert Louis Stevenson. So I'll just read out the poem. How do you like to go up in the swing, up in the air and over the thing, up in the air and over the wall, till I can see the small birds fall? Up in the air and over the way, so high my head will brush the spray. Up in the air and over the tree, top of the world I swing with glee. So teachers, you can also read it with the group and find out all the rhyming words. Like for example, we have swing and think. You can also come up using images like a wall or a path or tree and allow our learners to fill words into the table as they read. They shall share their answers together and allow them 5 minutes of group reading. Moving on to activity 2, let's create our own rhyming words. Now, the learners have to match rhyming words. There are 2 columns given, A and B. They have to find out the words that rhyme in sound, not spelling, like sun, fun, tree, bee, hum, drum. Yes? So they can read the poem that's given. Busy bees hum in yellow fun. They gather pollen under the sun. Flowers nod and softly sigh. Butterflies dance across the sky. White clouds float and move so light. The sun shines down, making it bright. Once they finish matching, they can call the rhyming words out together, and you can mark them on the board as well. Now, there is a continuity of this particular activity where they go rhyming again. So they have to select a set of rhyming words from activity 2, and they have to write their own poem using the selected rhyming words. Now, here's a sample poem. Busy bees buzz just for fun. Petal bloom beneath the sun. Golden rays are warm and bright. They fill the sky with morning light. Birds fly by with gentle sigh. Their wings soar freely through the sky. So the rest of the poem can be read. Let's move on to activity 3, clap and rhyme. Okay, so for this particular activity, a word is allowed, is said aloud. Then the friends are going to clap if they hear a rhyming word. Okay, for example, sun, fun. They clap. But sun and dog doesn't rhyme, so they do not clap. A few words can be also drawn. A few rhyming words can also be drawn on the board, like tree and bee or ball and tall. And they can say the word. And if they hear a rhyming word like hat with cat, then they can clap. Let's color. So here they find all the rhyming words in the bubbles given, and they use the same colors to fill in each set of bubbles. So they can use the similar colors. For example, kite and bite are rhyming. They can also go for car and star and use a green color. They can also last and fast are rhyming, so they can use a blue color. So they can choose their individual colors and they can finish this activity. Activity 5, a story that rhymes. They have to finish the story of Rani the monkey and how she enjoyed Diwali by using rhyming words. So the first part is given. Diwali lights twinkle so bright. Diyas flames glow and dance, chasing away the night. Rani the monkey with eyes big and round watches the fireworks with a happy little sound. Now they can finish this particular story using rhyming words. A few samples are given here, like Rani jumps up high, tail curling with glee. She spots a laddu left under a tree. She grabs it quick but hears a soft meow. A kitten in a sari, what's happening now? The kitten smiles and whispers, come see, the stars are singing just for you and me. Up they climbed on a rooftop so wide, watching the sky like a shimmering tide. Or they can also have a traditional value tone. So these are a few sample stories that you can share with your learners so that they can come up with an excellent creative story on their own. Let's move on. Rhyme and draw is again another activity where the first one has been done for you. Tree and bee. So basically our learners will create 5 rhyming word pairs and draw them. The first one is done. You can move on to talk about the second, third, fourth. So you can give them simple examples like draw a well and a rhyming word bell, a car and a star, cat and a mat. Yes, so this way our learners can draw the rhyming words. Now we have created space where they will make their own rhyme wheel. Okay, So lastly, they will create a color-coded rhyming words in bubbles and finish a rhyming wheel. Okay. So here is the wheel that's been given to you. Our learners will cut out the wheel and stick them one on top of the other. Okay. They have to draw pictures or objects or people around that rhyme wheel with each other. For example, cat. The outer circle can have a cat, a hat, a well. Cat can go with a mat. Hat can go with a bat. A well with a bell. A car with star. Yes, they will draw each rhyming pair inside two connected circles. They will cut out the circles carefully and using scissors. Yes, then they can play a quiz game by mixing the circles and asking their friends to match the rhyming pairs like a puzzle. They can come up with fan and pan and bird and curd. Yes, so this is a very interesting activity. Next, we come across to the self-assessment questions where they will have 10 fun rhyming questions at the end to check their understanding. Okay, so once they attempt those self-assessment questions, they can use a OMR sheet to shade the answers using a pencil or a blue and black ballpoint pen. For all the complete solutions to all the self-assessment questions provided at the end of each PBL, teachers, you may refer to Teachopia and the path is given below. So once again, rhyming words will help us become better readers, thinkers and creative writers. And we discovered how rhyming words make language magical and memorable. So with that, I would like to say thank you.